Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about data storage mode, what it is and how to do it, and I'm going to give you a demonstration. So what data storage mode is that it is a feature of IO-Link. IO-Link is an open source consortium. What this allows us to do is basically store all of those parameters once and for all, keep them stored in the IO-Link master at the port. And every time you go to replace a new IO-Link device on there, it's going to automatically sync up and download those parameters onto your new device. So that's what we want to show how that works in our IO-Link master, and just give you a new tool to allow you to work a little bit smarter and save some time on your downtime and your maintenance activities. So let's get into how that works. And let me show you my screen here of my web server. So on the screen, you'll see my IO-Link master there and how I have everything connected. I'm actually going to connect right now to port 1, for example. And you'll notice when it detects it, my light turns green. It goes from red to green. So it is now on. You might be able to hear the ultrasonic sounds. Notice I am connected over Ethernet to my computer, so that is all good. I have a lot of information here. What I want you to look at is the parameter settings for port 1, for example. Right here, port 1 for my IO-Link channel. I have a few options. I have data storage mode right here, and this is where we're going to do everything. But first, we got to change all the parameters that we want set for our ultrasonic sensors. So I'm going to go here to this feature called IODD Configurator, and this is super nice. It allows us to look at everything that's connected to this IO-Link master, and notice that it already picked up what I connected. Now, before doing all of this, I did a factory reset on this sensor, so it doesn't know it from Atom. It's pretending like it never seen it before. So I'm going to do what's called a web search here, and it's going to go out probably to ioddfinder.com and look for the IODD. What is the IODD? It is basically a file sheet that gives it all the data, the structure, all of the information that is required by IO-Link as a standard to provide as a manufacturer of an IO-Link device. So that gives us information like the vendor name, all the parameters, and it's all sorted out exactly how the IO-Link master is going to unpack and look at that information. So let's look at our parameters. And what I want to do with this ultrasonic sensor is I want to just have a discrete output. Actually, this is a really impressive ultrasonic. It has everything you need. It's got IO-Link, it's got set points, it's got analog that you can change up here from 4 to 20 to 0 to 10. So just to share, IO-Link is another really great way to standardize on one part number for what you need, and it really helps consolidate some of your inventory moving forward. So for this example, I'm just going to change it to PNP, and I want to make sure that it's window mode. And just to change something else, we're going to change it to normally closed as well. So now that I've made the changes to the parameters that I want on this device, I'm going to write them to the device. It's going to take a second, and I could do a read as well and just make sure that everything took. So it is set to PNP, normally closed. And so now I'm good. I'm ready to do data storage mode. So I'll go back here to my parameter. I'm connected on port 1, so I'm there. And I'm going to do first a read in. So once I click the drop down for that, I'm going to do a write. And now I'm going to do, and if you, by the way, if you click on the question mark here, it'll tell you exactly what each thing means. I'm going to do an overwrite now because I want the data in the master to be the point of reference. Whereas you could also do an activated position here. And what that's going to do is it's going to take the most recent, whether it's a device or the master, to serve as a reference for that. For that download. So I'm just going to stick with overwrite. That's probably the most common right now. So I'm going to stick with overwrite. I'm going to write that to it. So that's good. It should be in there forever and ever now. Anytime you plug something else in, it's going to remember that. So I'm just going to prove that out to you. I'm going to connect over here to port 2 of my IO-Link Master, and it picked it up. It's green LED now. So let me go back to that device on port 2 now. Remember, the IODD file is already stored into this master, so it didn't have to go looking for it. What I do want to check is the parameter. Yep, look, it's everything is set how we want it, but maybe I changed my mind now. Let's set this to NPN, and I'm going to write to it at port 2. So I have made a change. So I want you to see what happens when I change that over to port 1. So let's change that. So there it is. It just read it, picked up on it, and if we go over to parameters, it should have written over, it should be PNP, and it normally closed. There it is, okay? So that's what it did. Notice if I try to change it now, if I try to change it to NPN and I do a write, notice I get an error. It doesn't like that, function unavailable. Okay, it's not gonna do it. It's not going to do it. So if I do a read, it's still there. Let's just try it again. Let's just try. I'm going to keep trying. Let me do a write. Oh, it read it, didn't like it. It's telling me it's changing it. Okay. If you have any questions about IO-Link, you would like my presentation on the benefits of IO-Link, and it's a 90-minute thing. If you are in the San Antonio area, that I do offer this workshop, and it is have PowerPoint, and I do a hands-on demonstration of all of it so your teams can get more acquainted with IO-Link. It is the future. It is not something to run away from, and I would be happy to provide this to you. Just drop me a comment, like this video, subscribe, follow me on LinkedIn. I do a lot of cool things. So I'll see you on the next video.